Hello, this is Dr. J back with some more Let's Play Advance Wars 1 and 2 Reboot Camp Blind as we continue through the War Room, and next up is Ridge Island against Grit. As usual, oops, hold up, there we go.
So it shall be.
Red Sturm. As we continue commanding and conquering our way through our opponents. Small map this time, which I'm hoping might mean that we are able to get a quick win. Now, the map is obviously designed to favor Grit because it's got choke points and mountains for him to hide behind with his ranged units, and there's no airports to build bombers or anything, and no ports, so it's purely ground combat. Nonetheless, we are Sturm, so I think our overwhelming advantage in direct combat is going to be helpful, even though Grit starts with twice as many properties as us. It's not going to save him. An APC might be advisable to get out there quickly. And let's see, probably another 3 guys. And a recon. Oh my gosh, he does get the ability to build a lot more stuff than us at the beginning, thanks to his overwhelming property advantage. So there's that. But we'll do what we can. Maybe I'll save up for... Well, it would take me 2 more turns to be able to build a medium, so maybe I'll get 2 lights instead. I think that might be better. Anyway, some armor to deal with the crap that Grit just built, which is very anti-infantry focused. Okay, he's only built a single artillery, so he's not playing to his strengths too much yet. That doesn't necessarily mean that the units he's built are incorrect, though. And it'll serve him well in the early game. And the way I sent my recon, it's not really going to be able to do any infantry harassment, so instead it's just going to plug up this gap and be a barrier. My light tank will head this way to deal with his infantry and his recon. They won't be able to do much against a Sturm light. And then we build another one. And we should gain a fairly decisive advantage seizing these properties here. Or I might send it north to deal with all that nonsense going on up there. Yeah, he gets that overwhelming early game advantage for sure. Okay, and now a fairly major decision. I think I'd better send this north, actually. I've secured the east pretty effectively, I think. Oh, that's true. I could go up this way. That shouldn't be in range of this. Oh, it's a Grit artillery, so yes, it would be. Right, we're going to need to keep that in mind. I may want to save up for a medium now. And I might want to hold this in reserve so I can send it whichever way it's most needed, actually. As long as I don't get in range of the artillery. Yeah, let's save up for a medium. keep this guy plugging things up. If we're lucky, he'll attack it with the tank first and not the artillery. Because if he attacks it with the artillery first, it's just dead, and then the tank can come in and start blowing up my infantry. So we'll see how that goes. We'll see how smart the AI is.
Yeah.
Yeah, be cocky while you can, Grit. Ah, drat, he did the smart thing. Okay. Reinforcements have arrived. I guess I'll keep this here as a distraction, or maybe move it here to plug this up. Well, okay, it's just out of range of artillery, so that seems like a good plan. And yeah, let's get a medium. We'll play to Grit's weakness by building good direct combat units and send them in to wreck his face. This is going about as well as can be expected, considering what a huge advantage he has in terms of properties. It's going to be a little rough in the early going here, but we'll just do what we can and soldier on. As expected, his artillery are certainly going to be a problem. Maybe save up for another medium. We're fighting him off pretty well, although the north is looking shaky. It's probably going to fold soon. Yep, the north is folding, so we're going to have to counterattack in that direction. We've secured the south for now. Oops. We can start sneaking some infantry over. See if we can... Well, he'll obviously hit them when they go to capture these properties, but, you know, it'll be a distraction. Okay, so it's safe to go here and blow this up. You just sit there and take the hit, I think. And yeah, we're gonna need another medium. Oh, let's build a Neo. We can afford it. Part of me wonders if I should be building a large number of units to counter his large number of units, but just about everything he's got is really good at killing infantry, so I'm not convinced that building a lot of infantry would be useful. Maybe a flood of light tanks. Maybe I'll start focusing on that now that I've got a couple heavy hitters. Too bad he blocked me, because I was about to go in and hit his artillery. Don't think I want to just sit there and take it from them. Yeah, I think numbers might be very useful here. We need some action economy. That is the ground type, right? Yes, rockets. Oh, that is some range. We can't quite get out of range going this way. So we're gonna have to do this. Grit is going to be problematic on this map. Yeah, let's get some action economy going. But we want armor, because man, this stuff would just tear infantry to shreds. Doing what I can. I think that I'm playing this right. Building lots of armor is basically hitting Grit where he's weak. Trying to stay out of range of his artillery with my important units. Okay, he's sending them to the west, which means he is exposing the southeast. So, I think hitting him in this direction will be a good play. You might as well retreat. Hold you in reserve, I think. So he's being smart by putting blockers in front of his artillery, which is continuing to make me think a lot of lights is going to be a good counter. Because lights are a little more throwaway. It's not as devastating losing a light to heavy artillery fire as it is a medium or a Neo. All of which is to say, I don't think I want to send a Neo up here to blow this up. It would be inside the range of the MLRS, but it would take hits from both of these guys. So, let's send it this way. And I don't want to just give away my properties here. So I need to contest that. So I'm going to prepare a big flood of lights to send to the north. And as he comes through, he's going to have a harder time continuing to protect his artillery, so hopefully I'll be able to get some preemptive hits on them. And then if I hit him in the southeast with the medium, the Neo, and a single light, he's going to have trouble countering that because he doesn't have any artillery in that direction. Oh, right, I forgot. He can extend his range with this. So that light I have over there is probably about to get reamed with his MLRS. I wonder if one of those artillery will even be able to hit that Neo with Super Snipe. Yes. Oh, wow. That sucked. I just lost to Neo. I forgot that he would extend his range with that power. That was no bueno. All kinds of bad. I did not want to lose that Neo tank. And these are still sitting here being a big problem. I gotta counter here though, I can't just give these away. We have no real choice, we gotta get in here and counter him. This is a tough one. This is maybe the toughest war room map we've run into yet. We'll see. We gotta punch through here. Oh good. That will help a lot.
Fear is all you have left.
You have a very strong super, Grit, but so do I. And thankfully you blew up some expensive stuff. So, I can hit you back. That sucks. I would have preferred it to hit his artillery. Maybe I should have done the math on that. I just kind of assumed the artillery were expensive enough. I guess I assumed wrong. 7, 14, and I think a rocket is 15, right? So that's like 29. And then 5,000 for the APC, 1,000 for this guy. Whereas this is what? Just like 25 between the two of them. Isn't this more expensive in total? Maybe because I had already hurt the Katusha, it deducted that from its value? That could be. I'd have rather it hit these artillery, so that was kind of an unfortunate result. That's not what I was hoping for out of that meteor. But not a whole lot to be done about that, unfortunately. I might want a couple infantry to... Oh, right, these aren't factories. Okay, maybe just one? No, let's build another. I'm going to want to be able to potentially try to capture stuff and counter his capturing and so on, because I'm going to need to take this back at a minimum. Yeah, it's pretty unfortunate where that meteor decided to strike. That was not what I wanted out of it. Wanted it to hit the arty. Oh well. I think, yeah, we're about to take some bad hits. And his Neo is going to get repaired soon enough. Well, at least we can get in there and start damaging these, so could be worse. Well, you're probably going to die anyway, so do some damage first, I suppose. Now, things are looking a little better over here. A little bit. Not a ton. Because he does have multiple lights. And my light here is pretty hurt. I think I need another Neo. He's got some stuff blocking me in a pretty annoying way down here. There we go. That'll help. This will be a distraction if nothing else. This is a tough one. We're doing what we can. Starting with twice as many properties and with a map layout that favors him, Grit does have a big advantage. Which we're somewhat countering by being stern, but it's still a tough fight. Definitely much tougher than any of our other recent War Room battles. Oh, come on, finish him. That Neo is repairing, which is not good. How much damage can you do? Very little. I think my medium will just get wrecked if I put it up there. He's got so many mechs. Yeah. I guess this guy can be a distraction for one more turn. Not much of a distraction. The AA will kill him, and then that'll be that. I could have him retreat instead. Yeah, maybe lure the enemy back might be the better plan at this point. I think we just better consolidate here for a turn or so. Oh, I'm going to need to reload my medium tank. Let's flood with some more lights. Maybe get another infantry. And this is a tough one. That's fine, I kind of wanted that to happen. Lure him out so we can blow him up. Okay, we've got a number of things we can do here, like finishing this off. Can't quite get at this one yet, because this light is blocking. Let's recapture this. Preempt this guy. Do I want to get the Neo in there? I think I do. Now I can threaten this. Let's take this out. Let this guy keep repairing. Move this guy forward. And that just leaves a decision as to what to buy next. Maybe 2 more lights. I think the tank flooding is probably the best overall strategy here. Then I might want to save up for a medium or Neo, because we can't rely exclusively on the cheap ones. We do need some heavy hitters. This guy's going to need to reload soon. And at some point, Grit's going to use his super and really tear me up. No, I'm going to make you fight for it, Grit. I guess all the casualties I've been dealing, the AI realizes that I'm putting up a fight. Okay, so much for my Neo. Best it can do now is retreat and repair a little. Probably get blown up while it's trying to repair. I guess this guy can capture, this guy can merge with him. Yeah, you'd better... Now, even being Sturm versus Grit, I think a Light versus Neo, yeah, is not going to go great for us. Let's just prevent this. This guy needs to reload. Yeah, we need to save up for a heavy hitter to deal with this. It's very much a map layout that favors Grit, because he can plug up these holes to guard his artillery. Let's move this guy over here. And maybe this one up here. We kind of need to divide our forces a bit, because I think at some point this is where we're going to punch through. But we cannot abandon this front or Grit would overrun us here, so we have to keep putting up a credible resistance over here. Maybe 1 infantry. But yeah, now I'm going to save up for a heavy hitter. Okay, I kind of figured. Oh, that's a bummer. We need a heavy hitter to deal with his Neo. Even a swarm of lights just isn't going to get it done. Neos are too strong. Yeah, they just can't get it done. What they can do for now is be a distraction. They're relatively cheap, so that's kind of their function at the moment. Be a distraction, take hits. I can't quite afford my own Neo, so I'm going to save up 1 more turn to get one. Let's inch our way forward here. If he sends everything to the west, then I might be able to come up from behind and do kind of a fancy pincer attack. His super will be charged soon, so maybe I don't want to put something here to get wiped out by a Katusha with extended range, so let's stay farther away. Maybe 1 more infantry. I need to do a mix of flooding and heavy hitters to have a combination of action economy and ability to actually hurt his powerful units like the Neo tank. Okay, I figured. So our lights there are about to get really wrecked by his arty.
Super snap.
But that's kind of what they exist for. And yeah, that went as expected. That's okay. I mean, it's not great, but it was within expectations, within parameters. Now we need to buy the Neo to deal with his. And this was successfully lured, which is what I wanted. I really want to one-shot it. Is this safe for me to move in yet? I think not. I think I want to continue just trying to lure him instead. Let's get another light. I guess... Another infantry, maybe. I guess maybe let's pull this guy back to here, which might lure this guy, and if it doesn't, I'll pull him back again and heal him. Oops. Didn't mean to do that. I was trying to end my turn. Didn't realize I had my cursor on one of my units. Okay. Yep. Yep. Okay, we lured him. Now we can kill him. A 3,000 for 1,000 is a favorable exchange. Okay, his artillery's coming down to where it threatens my eastern force. At least I can finally deal with this Neo, which has been a real thorn in my side. Soon enough, my super will be charged. That should be helpful. Okay, finally. That thing was a big problem. I just wasn't able to deal with it. I guess you can just sit here and be a target. Let's just kill this guy. Ahem. Kill this guy. There we go. Save up for another heavy hitter? Maybe. It's a tough call. I need them to get the effective kills, but I need a certain number of lights as well, just to fill out the numbers. But yeah, I think saving up for a heavy hitter is not going to be a bad call. How much money am I making per turn now? 12. So I can't afford to get one infantry and still be able to afford a Neo next turn. Part of me does wonder if, at this point, instead of continuing to flood with lights, I should now flood with infantry, which are much, much cheaper, and use them to fill out the numbers. Maybe. Okay. He is now pushing us in both directions, but he hasn't brought the right forces to deal with me to the east. So we can still control that for now. Here we still have problems. I really want to recapture this, and hopefully bring his artillery further forward, or farther forward, so that I can then kill them. Because the way they keep hanging out back here behind all this other stuff that keeps covering for them, it's just a big problem. If I bring him forward, he'll just be in range, so let's not. Now, if I get another Neo, do I want to send it east or north? That's not an obvious choice. I still like the pincer attack idea, but he just keeps threatening to break through here to the north. Okay. I'm gonna build it for the northern theater for now. And then another infantry just for some action economy and so on. Alright, what you got for me this turn, Grit?
You can't hide.
Oh, he's not using his super, which may be a good thing.
Snipe attack.
Maybe better for me if he just uses his normal one. Oh, he has 3 arties in Katusha now. I can't let him take even more of my cities, or the situation's just going to get that much worse for me. Okay. No matter what the meteor targets, it's going to help me a lot. So let's start with that.
Such power.
Meteor strike.
Okay, that's useful to me. Yeah, I'll take it. I wish I had more stuff to the east to exploit that, but let's finish off what we can. Of course, those artillery are going to ream those units now, but... still, we might be able to make something happen there. Oh, that's pretty vulnerable. Though my Neo-Tank will get wrecked by his Katusha. Still, it's probably worth it just to kill that artillery. Okay, yeah. Okay, that was great. That was fantastic. That was definitely worth it. Now we need to prevent this. Good. Oh, we're not going to prevent that one. We gotta recapture these. We can't let that continue. I think in order to exploit the opening we've created, let's rapidly make some stuff. There, hopefully that wasn't a bad decision, buying a bunch of cheap units instead of saving up for another expensive one. But we already have two Neo-Tanks to the west, so I think that's okay. And my eastern force is going to take a beating, but... okay, that wasn't so bad at all. This is looking good. Suddenly things look fairly favorable for us, I think. I would love to just kill that guy. It feels a little wasteful, but I really just need him dead, and I need to recapture this stuff ASAP. That it is too much of a resource advantage in Grit's favor. Okay, now we need to think carefully about what to kill. This guy should be able to finish at, so I don't want to waste this light on that duty. Let's have that light kill this guy. And I really want to finish his artillery where I can, so let's do that. And also exploit this opening to kill these artillery. Okay. Well, it's not dead, but good enough, I think. Alright, what to target with this? A mech or this thing? Probably a mech, right? Let's get this. This guy can finish this. Okay. Suddenly the situation is looking great. That meteor strike was incredible, and I think that we now have an overwhelming advantage, in fact. So yeah. That was the turning point of this battle, it looks like. Good game, Grit. You put up a great fight, but I think it's decisively advantage Stern now. Excellent. Let's save up for a powerful unit next.
Oh dear.
Don't be too hard on yourself, Grit. You fought well. You made me think very hard about what to do. You pressured me pretty badly. But I am playing Sturm. So between my passives and my insanely good Meteor Strike, I am very strong. There's no shame in losing to Sturm. These mechs need to go. Oops, that was an accident, but it worked out. Alright, good. Recapture operation is going well. Whew, that Meteor Strike was clutch. It turned a very close, tense match into very much advantage us. Time for another Neo-Tank. He's not giving up. He's fighting on to the bitter end. I don't really begrudge him that this time. Because this isn't a situation where it's particularly obnoxious finishing off the enemies or anything. In fact, it's pretty exciting still, so that's fine. Alright, let's start getting in there and capping these. Then the advantage will be even more overwhelmingly in our favor. Coming from this side, be a little bit of a pincer move. Get another tank, and maybe one more infantry. Okay, this is still looking good. Though he is fighting for his life there in his territory, but now that I've got two Neos right up there in his grill, there's not much he can do, really. Because I just blow up his stuff as fast as he builds it. Like so. It would be interesting to see a true master of this game clear a map like this with a weaker CO and not an OP one like Sturm. I'm sure I could look something like that. I'm sure people have posted such things on YouTube. Alright, let's do some more light tank flooding. We don't really need more heavy hitters with 3 Neos in his grill. That's plenty. Maybe another couple of infantry as well. He's freaking out now. He knows it's over. But he fights on. It's futile now, Grit. The outcome was in doubt for a while, but that was quite a few turns ago at this point. Pretty brutal. Sturm is a ruthless guy. He's not gonna let up. Never. Not for a second. When he's got you on the ropes, that's just when he goes for the jugular. And now, just so I don't have to keep purchasing tons of stuff, I think I will save up for another Neo. Just out of sheer laziness at this point.
It's time to take you down.
Sure. You don't even have any artillery, Grit.
Super snipe.
What do you think this is doing for you, buddy? I think we're going to win by a routing victory rather than an HQ capture at this rate. And yeah, this should do it, right? We win. Good game, Grit. You put up a good fight, and that was a fun and exciting match.
This world is mine.
I'll take it. We'll just laugh evilly as we continue our rampage of destruction. Oh, hey, Nell. Oh, I had forgotten that we had this coming up. Thanks, Nell. It's looking increasingly unlikely. It's at the point where I'm happy getting A's. But we'll see. Whew. Yeah, that was a tough one. That was intense. I wasn't able to just zone out during that one. I had to really think about it. Well, next up is going to be, Meal's Hope against Sensei, who is one of the stronger COs, I do believe. And yeah, as usual, he's going to start out with lots more stuff than us. clearly that one's going to be a battle for that center loop. And once we seize control of that, it's going to be a inevitable push to victory. So that's what's coming up next. I'll see you then.